Welcome to my channel. I'm pianist Jeeyoon Kim. Today I am gonna do something different, which is watching one of your video and maybe give a comment. This is a video by 12 years old, and her name is Audrey, and she's gonna play E flat major Schubert Impromptu Opus 90 number 2. So I'm very looking forward to sharing this and watching with you. This piece has A, B, A coda, so we might not listen to all the entire thing. Maybe A and then maybe a little comment, and then B section. Are you ready? Please subscribe, and let's get to it. Very nice. I remember playing this piece when I was around 12 as well. So this is such a fun piece, isn't it? So one thing I really appreciated from your playing is the clarity between hands. I also appreciated the balance between right hand, left hand as well. If you could think of this piece, it's a little bit of a dance, that will help you. So the dance is determined by your left hand, which is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe some kind of waltz. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the right hand is just glide on top of the left hand lead. Left hand leads, right hand follow. So I think feeling the left hand as a waltz, it's very, very crucial for this piece. And another thing I actually noticed from your recording is that you put your hand position is a bit low like this. They tend to be you're playing more like that, and then ended up playing, which kind of tells me that you have a tension a lot in here, which gonna translate later here, and then later even bigger problem. So make sure that you're leveled when you play, especially a piece like this, and then always have a movement on your wrist. So a piece like this, which is very taxic on the hand because it's a continuation motion for a long time, especially a piece like this, I think it's important to have a resting place or ever slight movement within the phrasing. For example, in this one, every measure you can kind of thinking as like a slight circle. So circle here, circle here, circle here, circle here, 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 here. So it's not literally you circling, you just kind of feeling the pulse of 3/4, but kind of a little ever slight movement on your wrist. That's the place that you are giving a checking point on your hand. You're not locking in. So versus, versus. So ask yourself, am I relaxed? Ask yourself, are you comfortable? Always ask yourself, are you comfortable? If you're uncomfortable, of course, there are some parts that we really like have to give, but that has to be very short amount of time. Most of times we should feel relaxed, upper body's relaxed, and always have a movement in your wrist and keep the wrist hand position very much in line. If you can think of a hand position more like you would how you sleep, when you sleep, you will sleep like this. I don't think you're gonna sleep like this or sleep like this. Your most natural hand position is how you want to play piano. So that's that. All right, so let's take a look how you do on the middle section. Nice. All right. So I can tell that you are actually creating this middle section, have a pretty good idea about that being main melody there. And this middle section is kind of change the character all of a sudden. And has a lot of different like accent here and a lot of contrast of a dynamic. So I want you to be not shy about it and really go for it without the balance between the melody and the inner voice upside down. So for example here. So there's definitely left hand going. So there's accent going on, but that's without interfering the right hand main melody, and that's a lot going on. So it's going at the same time. And then all of a sudden go to piano. And forte. A lot more exaggerate that and become yours. If this is like acting, you're putting a lot of makeup so that the people in the far away can see the definition. Kind of like this. So when you practice it, to make this one a little more obvious to you, and then it will be easier to express later. So we are still doing a fortissimo to piano contrast. Piano, and then fortissimo, then piano. I noticed that your hand is a little more loose on the second B section, which is great to see. So really remember to, again, kind of continue the concept of this wrist being loose. And this have a lot of time and spots that you can actually do that here. For example, here, already, you don't have to hold it. And I don't think you're doing already, but just to make sure that you're not holding anything in your wrist there. Yeah, so just change the character completely. And this is the bend marcato. So with the marcato, you can do a lot more with it and have a lot more like a bite, if you can, and have fun with it, you know. Great job. And I can see that it is making nice progress. And this is definitely one of those pieces that it will stay with you forever. And let me know how you progress with this piece. So if you can remember two things. One is let the left hand to lead you while right hand is dancing along, and the left hand is keeping the pulse and the mood of the piece. Also always remember your wrist has to be loose, and maybe a tiny little circle motion within the measure. I think eventually you can get away from doing the little slight feeling the pulse, longer phrase like 4 measures or longer, but initially start with a 1 measure, be able to kind of feel it within your hand, the tiny little movement in your wrist. Okay, I hope it was helpful for you. If you want to be featured in my video, please let me know. Please go to jeeyoonkim.com and where you can send a direct message to me. All right, thank you.